One, two, three. What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Cruz, your band and orchestra teacher, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to play a one octave chromatic scale starting on low A sharp or B flat on the tuba. You can also follow along if you're a baritone player or a euphonium player that reads in bass clef. So in this video we're going to be playing chromatic scale number 4 from the handout that you should already have. And now, if you're not one of my students and you'd like to play this chromatic scale, you can get that worksheet or handout from my website, halebands.org. That's HALEBANDS.org. Go to the search bar at the top of the web page and just search for chromatic scale. And you will see a whole bunch of PDFs with tuba, and just download that one so you could follow along. So this one is chromatic scale number 4. It also has other major scales in there as well that you can play. So the chromatic scale. If you haven't watched my first video about chromatic scales, where I explain how the chromatic scales is a series of half steps, 12 pitches and 12 half steps, in ascending and descending order. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you watch that video first. I also explained the concept of enharmonic equivalence as well. That's where you're gonna. That's where you should understand that there are two note names for certain pitches. For example, E flat and D sharp. There are two pitch names for one pitch. So please watch that video first. If you've already seen that video and you're dying to get going on the instrument, let's move forward. So on the tuba or any instrument, when I teach the chromatic scale, I like to describe the chromatic scale as playing all the notes on your instrument, every single note on your instrument. Another way to think about it is take your B flat major scale, for example, play your B flat major scale, and on a chromatic scale, not only are you playing your B flat major scale pitches, but you're also playing every single pitch in between all those notes. For example, in between B flat and C, there's B natural, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to go over all the note names and fingerings on the tuba, and you're on your own to play that scale. So starting first with low A sharp. Low A sharp is open. After low A sharp is B. That's 1, 2, 3. After B is C, 1, 3. Then C sharp, 2, 3. D, 1, 2. D sharp, 1. E, second valve only. F, open. After F is F sharp, is 2, 3. Then G, 1, 2. You should already know that one. After G is G sharp, first valve. A, second valve. And then high A sharp, open. Since we're at the top of the scale and we're descending, I'm going to start using flats for the accidental notes. So instead of A sharp, I'm going to say open B flat, high B flat. A, second valve. A flat, first valve. G, 1, 2. G flat, 2, 3. F, open. E, second valve. E flat, first valve. D 1 2, D flat 2 3, C 1 3, B natural or B 1 2 3, and then their last note B flat open. B flat is open. So that's your chromatic scale. Those are the fingerings and the order of the notes for the B flat chromatic scale. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play that B flat chromatic scale for you. You already saw me play it in the beginning, but I'm just going to paste it in right here. 1 2 3. So that was your B flat or A sharp chromatic scale in one octave. Don't forget about your enharmonics. That's when you have one sounding pitch but two different spellings for that pitch. It's kind of like nicknames. For example, the nickname for William is Bill, but that's the same person. You're probably addressing the same person. Or for example, like myself, my name's Jonathan, but you can also call me John. Same person, it's just me, but you can call me either or. My nickname is John. So enharmonic equivalents are the same way. B flat or A sharp, same sounding pitch, but two different ways to spell that note. And I only use those names. I only use A sharp when I'm ascending, going up, and I'll use B flat when I'm descending, going down. All right, so that's the chromatic scale for tuba. Feel free to rewind or pause as many times as you need to make sure that you get everything for playing this scale on the tuba. Just as a warning, I'm not a brass player. I don't play the tuba, so you might have heard some crazy notes in there that probably didn't sound their best. But after a few takes, that was probably the best one I can do. Anyways, good luck, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a question in the comments below. If you are one of my students in my band program, please leave me a Schoology message or send me a question through our district email. All right, good luck.